So again, this is an installation piece for Edison restaurant, a commission, but at the same time it's on loan. And the idea was to get a featured piece of artwork behind their bar that would in general have something to do with the industrial inventions of Thomas Edison. And I kind of had carte blanche. It was kind of the thing. And I remember seeing some pieces a while ago on Louise Nevelson, which involved found objects and then built into like a relief space, which you look up her work, Louise Nevelson, American-born artist. And I went to a salvage yard and picked up some gears and foundry parts that would kind of have the theme of inventions and Edison. Of course, you'll see the light bulbs here in a minute. And then all of these objects were all their individual colors, eroded, rusted, what have you. And I put them together to form some sort of composition as a whole and a diptych, because these are going to be two panels that separate, and then they're going to be used as a movable bar back for catered parties. So in the objects itself, I've included two handles for each side, so this piece can be lifted without interrupting in the integrity of the art piece itself. But when it's finished and hanging, it will be one large piece behind the bar, both in the restaurant section and in the catered parties. So we'll take a look at the piece, and there's no really direction except in innateness as for composition and structure, and then it takes on its own form when you blow it out, this monochromatic gray tone that they wanted to see. And again, I had carte blanche, so everything's kind of in my head, and I went and picked out the pieces. For two things played a role: the weight of the actual objects themselves, because it has to be lifted, and then how far out the objects actually came, which I had about an 8-inch maximum direction, so people don't back into this thing. So we'll take a look at the final piece. There she is. Pretty interesting how things kind of come together. It was completely different when everything had its color. The numbers were brass plates. The box that held letters was wood, and up here we've got foundry pieces, metal handles, and of course you see I left the light bulbs. I took them out and left them like that. Of course, that was Edison themed. Time clock because of work. There's an actual bread baker's thing there, which is a homage to Jeannie Perron, who's an amazing chef. We've got a little fork over here, so there are a few kitchen things. I think that this was a butter mold. You used to make butter molds with this. So there are a few things that have to do with the kitchen, but mainly gears and trinkets and treasures having to do with. So that's it. That's 77 inches by 55. And it's Ron Francis. Out.